They're all right here on this property. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday morning, October 17th, 2023. It's about 9:40 in the morning, and I have a meeting this morning from 10 to 8. Hopefully, it was already scheduled. I got the email. I got the notice. Pretty cool, huh? From the center with 3 totally different things that they are requesting. Well, kind of. One of them is the same thing. It's like you already had that information twice. And then they said, bring proof of disability. What disability? I was thinking this morning, as I've said, I feel like I'm getting the runaround. I just don't really, I don't meet the first impressionable. I don't think. Now, this is not to put myself above anybody else, but in the commonality of everything, of what everybody has experienced over the course of the last few years, it fluctuates, right? But pretty much the personalities, the attitudes, the temperament, the demands, the latency of response or none, pertaining to homeless people that keep exclaiming that they do need housing, whatever particular ones. And this is not to make their needs or anything any less than mine. But the thing is, in my short time of being off and on homelessness, it seems like homeless people now, as of lately, even greater. They were pretty much when I was out here on the streets here in Pasadena. You always had the few that were very demanding and very picky, as if definitely being entitled. Well, I've been out here, like 10 plus years, homeless and trying. Well, then, it's just like you're just now coming to us for help type of a situation. And as my past people that have been helping me on this continuing, I have candy in my mouth, ongoing situation, case, whatever, for 5 years, ongoing for 5 years. I've been, first of all, I guess you wouldn't think that Pasadena has transitional housing, because you would think that there's an abundant amount of housing in Pasadena. One would generally assume, correct? But that is not even the case. There is plenty of housing, obviously, everywhere, luxurious. All these new, in the course of the last, not even 20 years since of my residency here in Pasadena. And I'm sure my ex could also testify, if she were to come back today and see how it is. It's like, oh my God, since I left, this and this and this. I guarantee you, but certainly none of this is affordable housing, really. And even of what is supposed to be the common law of 10% of any new development supposed to be allocated for affordable housing, begs to question what really is considered affordable housing here in California, and especially here in Pasadena. I would dare challenge that the affordable housing stipulation to whatever city and development, or the common rule, is of 10%. Again, I'm not really too sure how it is in LA County, but here in Pasadena, those of us of low income and homelessness situation have always known that any new development allocated 10%. Now the problem is, that's great, right? But if you have a high-rise, or not a high-rise, but a luxury building that only occupies 60 to 80 tenants of premium rent, then of those 10%, honestly, half of that is going to be actually taken into consideration. You won't have the full 10%. You'll have less. Usually, oh, well, you know, we didn't foresee it and things happen. So, yeah, and there goes. Maybe 1 or 2 units. So, it's a tragedy. But that's not just that it happens here. It happens everywhere. And that's just it. But very, very few people say anything about it. And I've always said this about it, especially when I was homeless and doing my Homeless in Pasadena series, you know, and I always talk about it. It's just crazy. It makes it that much more difficult. And being that then was the unspoken rule now, which is the common rule now, it seems like almost in every city, and I understand it, especially given the last few years that you can't really honestly, even if you could afford it, or if you can afford it, you can't honestly say, you can't begrudge any property or company of now wanting and demanding at least 3 times your wager of what rent is. So yeah, no, it's crazy. That's the building up there. It's the new residency, and that's where I'm having my meeting in a few minutes. Lack of enthusiasm, right? Yeah. I'm not as excited as I was in the beginning. It's just that this is just... Man, this is just... Honestly, I don't think I would have gotten any quicker response, even if I were probably be homeless. I don't know. All I know is that when Trump was elected, I got off the streets. It's so insane. I'm speaking to myself. Meeting only took about 10 minutes. The receipt from my debit card, which has no balance. And I reiterated, it's my debit card. Doesn't have a balance. Okay, well, I'll just take this. Okay. And then 2 affidavits. I ended up sending the crypto account and saying it doesn't have anything that has your name on it. Okay, well, I don't know how this works because, like everyone else in 2021, we all started playing anew with, crypto and stuff. So I don't know how this goes. All I know is that I didn't make anything. I pulled out sooner than what I should have. Thank goodness now in retrospect, because it would have probably cost me a lot more. And tax, not paying taxes or anything, or all the paperwork. Can you imagine had I been doing anything? Well, I probably, Charlie, yeah, you probably would have been sitting pretty with quite a bit. You never know if that's true, but with Murphy's Law as my shadow, I couldn't honestly risk that. The one thing that was always concerning me when I even first bought my first $5 worth, was the whole child support thing. You know, I know it's like, oh man, that's for child support and everything. That's going to be extra tax records that I really have to be more duteous on keeping track of. As hard as I am, and sometimes as bad, sometimes latency now, even more so. The head is really clogged up with a lot of shit between this place and the other place. So yeah, I couldn't risk it. I don't regret it. I learned a lot. As most of you probably also learned quite a bit as far as first time. Significantly much more different than actually going into an office and saying, you know, here's $20,000 I'm looking to invest. And $20,000 back in the day was a significant amount of money, and their eyes just rolled over white like a great white shark. Do you have any ideas on what you are looking for? No, not really. You know, just help me make a whole shitload of money. Oh yeah, here's that beautiful house. So, very pleasant young lady, very positive. Her kinetic facial expressions and responding to my slight and at one point sharply rising attitude, getting a little curt, was perfect. Great example of how office people should conduct themselves. The other people were very emotional, and I felt like I was being sized up and down. Now, I don't know if it's like a whole woman empowerment thing or whatever, but you can almost feel like, oh crap. You know, I'm in a room with two hardcore businesswomen trying to talk to me like a child and everything. And the more that I come back at them, you know, with a little bit of strong answers and stuff and straight direct answers, to get a little sarcastic. Well, you know, we're only here to try to help you. It's like, all right, let's see what other trouble we can get into. Yeah, we're back. Nothing really special today. Go work tomorrow. Today was just kind of like that. Huh. I don't particularly like, I've never been one for later meetings, like in 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I like to get that out as soon as possible. That way I can continue on with my day. At this point, especially now, catching up on the little stuff and everything, and buying food and getting adjusted again without the food stamps and stuff like that. This is what I mean, that it becomes a crutch, because, you know, even especially for me, trying to prioritize not being very dependent on it, that involves, like when I would buy groceries, I would buy half and half. I would try to stretch out the food stamps as much as possible. I would just use that as an aid in what I'm going to use for my regular finances of my working salary, my working wage, my pay. I don't like to be completely dependent. Some folks actually, they will only budget their livelihood. All EBT is only for food, and everything else is for incidentals and stuff like that. That's not really, I don't find that to be very conducive to one's lifestyle, especially mine, because it could happen that month that you go and rely on it, and that EBT is just, it's not there. Why am I swiping and there's nothing there? So yeah, and plus that's an inconvenience and an embarrassment. So yeah. Like I said, I just don't. I'd rather not have it at all. You know, it's there, but heaven forbid what happens now with the potential WWIII. So we'll see. Economy's in a state of crappy flux anyway. So I would just rather be here knowing that what I have, and it's already. Hasn't even. I got 2 weeks to go, and catching up on stuff is just we'll manage. The big thing is that we got done with the appointment today with the meeting and turned in. And so now it's just a matter of wait. I had another one of my other persons to say, "Hey Charlie, where are you?" I go, "Oh yeah, we just left it. It was quick. It was surprising." He was already going to vie for me at the meeting, but he got delayed and stuff with another client. So I go, no, it went like this. It was only 10 minutes, and I called so-and-so and let them know and stuff. Okay, so we'll probably wait till next week and see what happens. If not, probably put in a query at the end of the week to the facility calls. So the waiting game, and they were kind of both in agreement. Oh, it looks like maybe, hopefully, we'll be set for November. I wanted to carve a pumpkin in my new place because I can't carve a pumpkin here. I have a pumpkin carved out. That's food for the roaches, and don't want them fuckers around. Well, we'll see. If I can cook a Thanksgiving dinner in my own oven and even leave leftovers out accidentally, or leave something out without having to wake up to cockroach feast, would be nice. Especially the noise. No screaming. A shower. A shower. Dude, I need a shower. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment. Pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And yeah, I know I did a little Biden moment there. Oh, that cat is falling apart. Well, doesn't matter. I guess he's going to be going tomorrow. Suspicions are that he might get taken out or severely injured, or then the big K will step in and then hand over the reins to the Mr. California Satan or Michael, big tall Michael. It's Michael, oh? Hey. Comments good or bad, please post. If not, email.